Where to start? Yeah, I don't know. So, last weekend, I went out with a couple of friends. We had a good time doing some pre drinks. And one of them asked me about my social media presence because I do dabble. To give you a little bit of background, I used to be a lot more active on social media back in high school. I'm 23 now, so it's a long time ago. But, I used to kind of be known for posting, like, at the time, dank, deep fried memes, this kind of stuff. I would do some polls here and there and just share my edgy teenager opinion on certain topics, and people seem to like it. And so she asked me about all my social media stuff because she also does like music related social media things. And she's like, dude, you're fucking made for this. I know my own kind, right? And why aren't you posting as much? And this prompted us to have like a really, really in-depth conversation about the state of social media right now. And funny thing is, we ended up, on the way to the club, she pulled her phone out. She's like, fuck it, let me just start this podcast or whatever, shit face, while walking towards the club. And I just basically want to give my 2 cents on the matter. Also, I'm driving obviously, and I have like the map really small on my screen, so I don't know if this is the best setting to record this video, but whatever. Anyway, what it boils down to for me is that the way social media is going right now with all the algorithms and stuff, it's not good, man, because it used to be, the chronological timeline where you could scroll towards the bottom and be done, enough internet for the day, you've seen everything, you're caught up on everything. And a few years ago that stuff changed, right, to where now you can endlessly scroll and there's infinite content, this and that, and it's not good. I'm not the first one to say this, of course, but I don't know. What it boils down to is that I think the algorithm and all this engagement stuff, it's a good business practice probably, but it's a bad spiritual and mental practice, because the stuff that the algorithm promotes is controversy and just negativity and hate. And even when I post, because right now my relationship to Instagram's usually where I would do my stuff. My Instagram relationship is a little bit strained right now because the stuff that I used to post, memes, funny stuff, maybe some music opinions about other things like movies, whatever, it used to do a lot better. But nowadays, I'll post something that I care about, but it doesn't get as many views as I normally would. And it's silly for me to even talk about it. I feel silly talking about it because, it's not like I'm some big influencer, like I would describe myself back in the day in high school as niche, very, very niche nano celebrity on Instagram, because I live in Amsterdam and some people knew about my Insta while I didn't even know them, whatever. I just feel a little narcissistic talking about it like this, but we move. But the stuff that I care about, sometimes it's me playing an instrument or giving my opinion on something, whatever, doesn't get as many views as when I post like a real try hard thirst trap kind of selfie, and it fucks with my mental. It really does. I hope it didn't as much as it does, but it does, because it sucks to, put in this effort into certain kinds of content, but then you see the algorithm doesn't like it so much, and then you post like a throwaway selfie, and it does way better than the stuff you actually put effort into. So like I said, bad spiritual practice, probably a good business model, but I don't like the way things are going right now, and I'm not the only one, obviously. And so the question is, how do we deal with this? And for me personally, I see two options. It's either you go within the system that's in place right now, and within the algorithm you try to spread your message and whatnot, whatever, or you rebel against the machine. And well, for me, I'm a bit of a rebellious type, right? So I would love for us to collectively be like, let's stop this nonsense, let's stop this bullshit, because we're not happy with the way things are going. Nobody seems to be. Yet they have such a strong grip on us and society at large. They, who is they? Like the powers that be, right? The CEOs, the tech giants, this and that, the ones that profit from the shitty algorithm, right? And so what I would like to see is for somebody to develop some alternative form of social media, right? Where, we go back to the chronological, we go back to, wholesome stuff, people, seeing their friends on social media rather than some random OnlyFans girl or some guy posting fucking eye roll TikTok, right? Like, come on, this is not the stuff we want to see. It really isn't. But the algorithm, it promotes this kind of degenerate content, so we're stuck with it. We're being spoon-fed all this slop, and we're just taking it. And well, basically my point is we don't have to take all this. Now, of course, it's hard to even try starting a new app, a new platform that gets as popular as, say, Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and it might be a fever dream. It really might, but I think we should do this. Now, the other alternative is, within the system, within the algorithm, you find a way to, shift all this stuff to more positive things. And I guess that's what I'm doing right now is, I'm just driving and yapping about the stuff that I care about, and I'm just gonna throw it at the wall and hope it sticks. And yeah, I guess this could be the start of something new. Maybe it isn't. Maybe this video doesn't see the light of day. But what I did when I went out with my friends last weekend, and I hope to do this through this video and hopefully more to come in the future, is, I inspired someone to pull out their phone and to, resist. Start making a difference, right? And ultimately, I think that individually we can't do shit. The powers that be, they're too strong, they're all consuming, and so it's hard, right? But I hope that with this video and that I inspire someone maybe to, start a community and maybe start developing this alternative social media app that isn't, all engagement, all profit, this and that, or to inspire other people to at least have a dialogue, at least have a conversation about this kind of stuff, because it affects all of us. It's fucked up because this is another side tangent. but I was hanging out with a friend in the park last week, and I mentioned dead internet theory because I think it's like super interesting, you know. And he said to me, "Oh, let's not talk about this internet nonsense because we're hanging out in real life." And as a throwaway line, I kind of said, the stuff that happens on the internet affects us in real life, so why shouldn't we talk about it? And we were smoking the za a little bit, and so this throwaway line didn't lead to anything, but we did sit there for a moment being like, damn, it's true, the stuff that happens on the internet does affect us in real life. And I'm not the first one to say this, of course. I mean, I don't believe one can have any single original thought, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because since all this internet shit affects us in real life, affects our mental health, the way we go about social interactions and relationships and this and that, why aren't we resisting a little bit more? Why are we accepting all of this slop that gets spoon-fed to us, right? So I guess this is, a combination of me wanting to rage against the machine while also working within the system. I don't know if this is going to make any difference. I could, for all I know, I could be, just a drop of water in a vast ocean of a lot of people saying the same shit. But I really hope that, radio turned on all of a sudden. Anyway, I really do hope that this serves to, like I said, start a dialogue, inspire some people to also rage against the machine, I guess. Yeah, that's all I have. Bye.